o'clock on Thursday, January 11th of 2024. This is the regular city council meeting for the city of Alburnett. We will go ahead and call this meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Council Trump? Present. Council Rosenberg?
Present.
Council Sukup? Present. Council West? Present. Council Myers?
Present.
All present. Thank you.
Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum to conduct a business tonight. Any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
With that, I would seek a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Myers, second by Bosenberg. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Sheriff's report is on page 4 of your packet. The required 43 hours were met with 22 calls for service. And that's from December 14th through January 9th. So, any questions? I'm sure they are busy tonight getting prepped for the next storm. So we will send them our questions as we have them. That brings me to Mayor's report. First and foremost, welcome Grant. We're so glad you're here. It's a busy time of year with budget and everything else, so we'll throw you right in the deep end if you don't mind. I do have a couple of reminders for residents. First, dumping snow. We do have ordinance 135.12. which states that it is unlawful for any person to throw, push, or place, or cause to be thrown, pushed, or placed any ice or snow from your private property, sidewalks, or driveways onto the traveled way of a street or alley. Meaning that you cannot push your snow from your driveway into the street for the city to move it. Please push it to the sides of your yard, and that includes snow throwers as well. You cannot throw it into the street. Secondly, clearing of sidewalks, ordinance 136.03. The property owner is responsible to remove all snow and ice from sidewalks no later than 24 hours after snow has fallen. And then the property owner shall remove the snow from the entire width of the sidewalk. That does include, if you're on a corner lot, the approaches to the street, so that the sidewalk can be fully traveled. I know this one was a little bit challenging. We'll work with property owners, but in this particular instance, we got a big lot of snow. We have another big lot of snow coming, so it really is best to keep after it and keep on top of it as our ordinance requires. 2 updates, similar to last month, the sheep grazing agreement. We have gotten that back from the lawyer. I read over it. It looks pretty stinking good, so I will get in contact. That was just yesterday that they sent that over, so I'll get in contact with Mr. Sloan and make sure he reviews it and everything looks good on his part. And hopefully we'll have something for council then to look at in February. Digital sign, the policy for that, I did get a good start at it. I'm hoping that one good thing about this snow is I'm stuck at home, so I hope to get some more work done on that here in the next week or so. Again, get that over to the lawyer to review, just to put any finishing touches on it, and hopefully have that to council by February as well. So we'll have a couple of things coming next month. That is all I've got for the mayor's report. So we will move on to council reports. I'll start to my left with Councilor Myers.
Nothing to report.
Councilor West.
Nothing.
Councilor Sukup. Councilor Bosenberg and Mr. Drum.
Just again, Grant, welcome, and from my perspective, I was very satisfied with snow removal during this last event.
Alright. Citizen comments. We have 2 types of comments, those that are agenda related and non-agenda related. We have no citizens. I will ask council if they have any comments within citizen comment, otherwise we will close that portion of the agenda. Alright, hearing none, we'll move on to written reports. Start with the fire report, which starts on page 5 of your packet. So we did get some numbers from Chief Hoover that said they had 107 calls for service within the calendar year of 2023. 39 of those in the city, 39 in the township, and 29 were storm watch, mutual aid, medical standby, those types of things. Calls for service included 32 fires and 57 medical emergencies, so again, we appreciate everything our fire department does. You'll also have their meeting minutes and a few other things. Any questions on the report? We do have Councilor West is a high-ranking member on the department, so do you have anything to add? Did Ron send anything with you?
No, I didn't say anything with me.
Any questions on the fire report? Hearing none, we'll go to item 9B, City Administration, starting with Public Works. That is on page 12. Anything to add, Chris? Are you all good?
No, nothing to add.
They got the tree down?
Yes, they did get the tree
Tree
down.
ground out? No?
We haven't gone up there yet because we can't get access to it right now, but I know that he was working on grinding it down. They went in, so. I have no additions for Public Works.
Will you give me some clarification about uncovering main connections in the streets? So is
The
that,
main connections are the ones that go to the fire hydrants that are throughout,
okay.
the little circles that you see in the ground.
Yep.
We've got to go and pound each one of those out, and then we got to go in and make sure that it isn't filled up. When we went to go do these fire hydrants, we found that there were multiple ones that were filled up. We can't turn.
Just filled up with dirt?
Oh yeah, all the way, like,
Okay.
all the way. We enlisted Centerpoint to come out and help us back those out, because if they're supposed to be on a schedule that you exercise them at least once a year.
Yep.
My understanding is they haven't been exercised since Kent,
Okay, good move.
if that helps.
Yep.
So if we have a modern water main break right now, and one of those is filled up, we can't shut it off. We have to repair the break without shutting the water off. So, that's on the list to do. Any other questions?
Hearing none, we'll move to City Clerk. The only comment I do want to make here is on the nuisance violations. There are two that we are currently pursuing with the lawyer. One, just to get clarification, because it's our understanding that there is already a judgment in our favor from the courts, that property cannot be out of compliance. We're trying to understand what that means for next steps. And then the other is, that has several violations and is beyond their timeline to fix those, and so we're looking at next steps to get the legal process started. Any questions on City Clerk? All right, last but not least, page 14 is your treasurer's report. Looks like things are looking good, so just for public's information, beginning balance as of 12/29/23 was $1,733,560 and change. Our ending balance was $1,718,805 and change. So we're staying steady. Any questions on the treasurer's report?
We have not received our second set of taxes yet. So as far as the large lump sum we normally get, so that's where, once that comes in, we'll be back again over that 2 point again, it'll go back down once we spend. So it's very similar to what happened last year.
Then the interest just go right into the general fund?
It does.
Okay.
Any questions? Not. Any changes to the consent agenda?
There's no changes.
I would seek a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Myers.
Second.
Second by Trum. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right. New business, item A, appointment of mayor pro tem. So that is one of the powers of the mayor, is to be able to appoint a mayor pro tem. I would like to congratulate and welcome Mr. Chris Myers, if you will accept said appointment to please be our mayor pro tem.
I accept.
All right, well, consider yourself appointed.
It accepted.
All right. 11B, appointment of city clerk. So this does fall to the council. It is required that we do it every 2 years. We put it on the January agenda every year just to ensure that we do not forget, because that would be bad. So I would make a recommendation that we appoint Chris Shelby as our city clerk.
So moved.
Moved by Bozenberg,
Second.
second by Trum. Any further discussion? Really? Nobody? No, just kidding. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Alright, 11C, Resolution 2024-1, setting the official publication as the Gazette. So, again, every year we do set an official publication. We are required by Iowa Code, as it states here, that the publication needs to be available to the general public and have regular circulation in the city of Alburnett. Historically, we have used the Lynn newsletter. There's been some back and forth over the years about, what's considered general circulation or regular circulation. With the updated budget requirements, timelines, things like that, we are finding it difficult to use a weekly publication, just because for us to get them what we need to be published, the lead time isn't always reasonable, whereas the Gazette being a daily publication gives us more flexibility to meet those timelines, specifically around the budget requirements for public hearings and notices and those types of things. So Chris and I are both recommending that we do move our official publication to the Gazette. I don't believe from a cost perspective there's any savings one way or the other. They're all pretty standard.
It's a standard.
With that is, I know, we're the only ones in our street to get the paper.
Yeah.
For Gazette.
Although,
Is it,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
online,
did
too.
more of them get the Lynn newsletter than the paper?
I don't know if they'll release that information, so I think it's just a matter of
Because
us.
if you don't get the paper, you can't get it online, I don't think.
Yeah, same with the Lynn newsletter. This is also somewhat temporary, so the state is working on a digital repository for all municipal notifications where we won't have to publish in a paper any longer, so we are keeping an eye on that. So this is somewhat temporary if that gets passed and goes through.
And you can get the paper from lefties, so, because that's always there too.
Right.
So it is, again, it's accessible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just that it's a daily and.
Correct.
More widely available in circulation is a lot larger.
With the new tax stuff we're gonna be doing, we're gonna really need to go to something that publishes more often. It's getting harder and harder for me to get stuff published on time.
Any other discussion? This is a change, so if there's any other discussion.
I move we adopt resolution 2024-01.
Motion by Trum, second by Sukup. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Alright.
You want a roll call on that?
No roll call on that one, roll
No.
call on the next one.
Yeah.
Next one, okay.
Yeah,
so
next
it's-
one. Alright, page 21, resolution 2024-2. This is the naming of the official depository for the city. So as according to this resolution, we are looking to name Farmer State Bank as the official depository with a maximum deposit of $2,250,000. I do believe, is that a slight increase on the maximum deposit just because we're seeing higher balances, or is that what it is today?
That's what it's been.
Okay. We did have to raise it recently because I think it was at 1.7 and we've been exceeding that.
Correct.
This is status quo, but because it does have to deal with funding, we'll do a roll call once I have a motion to approve. You beat you. Motion by Bozenberg,
Second.
second by Trum. Any further discussion? Hearing none, a roll call please.
Council Trump,
Aye.
Council Bozenberg,
Aye.
Council Sukup,
Aye.
Council West,
Aye.
Council Myers. Aye.
That motion passes. Alright, 11E, set the date for budget workshop. So, we mentioned at the last meeting that we hoped we wouldn't need 2 dates. Turns out we don't, but we need a new one. So, get your calendars out. We definitely still need to get this done this month.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say not tomorrow. Monday's technically a holiday, so I would say not Monday,
I am not here on the 19th.
okay?
What's Thursday look like for everybody?
I was just gonna say Thursday looks pretty good for me,
I'm out on the 16th and 17th.
same.
Let me check my calendar real quick.
Thursday the 18th,
Fine, yeah.
Same time as it.
6 o'clock. We usually start those at 6, just so we have plenty of time. Does that work for everybody? All right, I'd seek a motion to set the date for our budget workshop to Thursday, January 18th at 6 PM.
So moved.
Moved by West,
Second.
second by Sukup. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right,
18th, we got it.
at 18th. With that, we do need to start setting a public hearing for the FY '25 property tax levy. Chris, remind me, this has to be on April 1st?
Correct, in order for the timing of when we are doing the other meetings and because we have to wait until the county finishes their part first.
So we can't do it with our regular meeting in February.
No,
Could we do it with our regular meeting in March?
the way I've been told very venomously is absolutely not.
We can't, okay. I mean, it's 2 full weeks, I can
Yeah.
understand that we wouldn't be able to. All right, so we're looking at a special meeting on April 1st. That's,
It's Monday night.
okay.
What time?
We usually do those at 7 PM. I would seek a motion to approve setting the FY '25 property tax levy public hearing for Monday, April 1st at 7 PM.
So moved.
Moved by Trump,
Second.
second by West. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries. All right. Item 11G, you do have, page 22 does have the updated floodplain regulations. I think there's a summary on page 23 of your packet. So this is coming from FEMA. They made some changes, unfortunately, not quite in time for our recodification, so that we could have just wrapped all these in. Pretty minor, but because it is changing an ordinance, we have to have a public hearing. So I would look, will we be ready in February for that, Chris, or do you want to talk March? We should be ready in February to do a public hearing, I think.
As long as it's after a council meeting, sure.
We usually do them at council,
That's fine, we can do that at council.
in which case,
So you want to set it for February 8th?
for the floodplain ordinance,
Yeah.
I'd seek a motion to set the floodplain ordinance public hearing for Thursday, February 8th at 7 PM.
So moved.
Moved by Myers,
Second.
second by Trum. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries. All right. 11H, page 24. So this is, we did go out for bid. This was open publicly, so it's not, we did only receive 1 bid, but this was posted as we've been posting for any work within the city for fire department vehicle maintenance. We've had a few instances recently where we've maybe had to take them somewhere, or we've lost time doing diagnostics, and so we wanted to look for an opportunity to have somebody on contract that knows our equipment, and that can come to us.
He
So-
lives in town.
Well, just having a mobile technician so that we're not having to take trucks all over the county, or in some instances, it's been all over the state. And so that's what we put the bid out for. So we did receive one back from James Swoboda with Swoboda Equipment Repair. It does sound like he lives in town. He's got a lot of experience, specifically, as you can see in his write-up, I don't have to tell you, with Freightliner and Pierce. his rate is $125 an hour plus parts and supplies, and he does come to us, so.
Can you work on the trucks in our bay or what?
Yeah.
So does this include like oil changes and all the regular stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically what he said, that if we were to set up something where we do like regular maintenance,
Right.
we can negotiate a different rate. If it's something where we're doing that, but he wants to see what the interest is first before he can, commits full-time to that. We can work on those details after we see what he can do.
Do we have any ballpark idea of how many hours we would need his services?
Typical oil change and all that can take up to 2.5 hours depending on the vehicle for the trucks.
How frequently do we need oil
Once a year,
changes?
probably.
Probably once a year is recommended.
Okay.
And four trucks?
4 trucks.
Okay.
Am I off on the 2.5?
That sounds about right. It takes a while.
Yeah. So,
I just wasn't sure how frequently we did it.
yeah, it's just once a year.
And we do have some older vehicles, so, I mean, having just the, regular maintenance, but for those break fixes as well.
Because he'll be able to print reports for us, we'll be able to keep records. The fact that he's here in town is pretty awesome.
Well, nice. Like you said, I don't know what you actually put out, but he's qualified for Pierce, which was a hard deal for the last go-round, wasn't it?
It was,
So that's worth a lot.
and it was funny because he sent me he could put all his certifications in an email, so
Too many of them?
he sent me a link, and there's 24. Like, the kid is incredibly certified for this. So, that's my thoughts.
Sounds like you ought to do it.
I think it'd be nice to give our department somebody they know they can call, somebody reliable, so that they're not having to look around for where do we take it to get it fixed.
Yeah, and we're not relying on somebody in the department to do it, they devote enough time out there already, so
Correct.
having somebody qualified to do this is well worth the money.
And they'll also gain familiarity with the vehicles and
Yep.
be able to come to us and say, hey, I took care of this, but it looks like this is going to be something that
Yep,
could be replaced or need to be replaced in the near future, and give us some ideas of, budgeting for that, or, when it comes to that point, so I would definitely like this.
So, if so, I would seek a motion, basically, like, we're not entering into a contract, right? So, I would seek a motion to name James Swoboda with Swoboda Equipment Repair as the preferred technician for all of our fire department vehicle maintenance and repairs.
So,
Moved by Sukup,
second.
second by Trone. Any further discussion? TJ, is this something you think the department, I think it'd just be nice, you guys just make a phone call.
Yeah,
and-
I think it'd be nice just because, like you said, we won't be taking one personnel of the service plus a vehicle. Because during the day, we're already kind of short, so I think that it'd be nice.
Awesome.
I think it's something we could use, and then also help alleviate anything from our city maintenance guy that would have to work in on it, so.
Plus his qualifications are
Exactly.
nothing I've seen, so. All right, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. We have nothing under old business, so that leads us to final comments and discussion. I'll start to my right with Councilor Trump.
Nothing to add.
Councilor Rosenberg?
Nothing to add, just keep the snow off the street. If you can, so.
Councilor
Yeah.
Sukup?
I'm excited for the new journey and being on council, so thanks for welcoming me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Councilor West?
Just one thing is, fire hydrants. If you have a fire hydrant on your property, try to clear it out for us, or for the fire department, so that way if we need it, we don't have to shovel it out.
Good call out, thank you. Councilor Myers?
I don't think we can pass any ordinances forbidding any more snow, so I really don't have any final comment.
No action you can take there. I will say with all the snow, it probably seems like a stretch to be thinking about being outside, but we will hopefully have a park update for you shortly as well. So that's something that we can get moving on first thing in the spring. And I guess the only other thing I would add in addition to all the snow is it is supposed to get really, really cold, so just everybody stay safe, especially our fire department members. You all don't always have a choice about whether or not you can go out, so take care of yourselves. That's all I got. Chris, any final comments?
No, just a couple on Wes is saying, yeah, we did get a couple people that were like, you know, the fire hydrants are being covered by contractors or whatever. Just make sure, talk to those contractors to not do that.
Yeah.
Because then we have to go out and figure out where it's at and then plow, you know, and cover it. So, yeah, be mindful of where you're putting your snow. So,
And if it's the one closest to your house, guess which one they need to use.
Right.
So,
It's your house on fire.
yeah. All right. Well, if I hear nothing else, I will seek a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Wes, second by Bozenberg. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned at 7:26 PM.